Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. Please feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, making sure that you put the notification bell on to all so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you are part of the fam bam, thank you so much for continuing to rock with me. I do appreciate all your love and support. Y'all don't forget to share out my video and make sure to leave me a comment down below. Y'all know how I say, even if you just put a comment that you slide through on the catching me on the replay, I appreciate any comment, any love that you are willing to show me. So today is another lunchtime vlog, and I don't know if you can tell, I'm still kind of in and out of being congested. I had to stop taking the sinus medicine because it caused my blood pressure to peak. And that was no fun because those numbers were pretty high, and it took everything I had in me to get the numbers down because my husband was determined to take me to the ER. But I didn't want to have it. So we're looking good today, but I'm still congested. I'm just doing a nasal spray and just trying to breathe. Basically just breathe. Today I want to come to you with 5 tips to help with modifying your behavior. Okay, 5 tips to help with modifying your behavior. So the first tip that I'm going to introduce is you have to know what the problem is. What is it that you feel like you need to change about yourself? What is it that you want to learn? It can be not even changing your behavior, so to speak. It could be actually wanting to learn something, and maybe you just learned something new about yourself and you want to kind of focus on that something that you learn, but you're not really sure where to start in order to build that as a character trait. So just understanding what it is that needs your attention is the very first thing that you have to tackle, because if you don't know what you're focusing on, then you're really focusing on nothing at all, right? So yeah, so that's going to be tip number 1. Tip number 2 is going to be using a tool. You want to use a tool to track your progress. I said this in another video that if you are not documenting your journey, then it'd be very difficult, sometimes impossible, to even understand whether you are actually making progress or not. So you want to make sure it's kind of like, say for example, if you are a person who you need to get increase your water intake, and right now you're not 100% sure of how much water you're consuming. You have a ballpark figure and you're trying to figure out exactly how much you need to increase it in order for you to hit the desired goal. So day 1, you start tracking your water and you find out that you are drinking 2 16-ounce bottles of water. 8 ounces is a cup, and they suggest that you do X amount of cups, 8-ounce cups in a day, right? So if you're drinking 2 16-ounce bottles of water, then you've gotten 4 portions of your daily intake so far. You know that you want to increase it, but you didn't know by how much. So in your mind, say for example, if you want to increase, if you want your overall daily intake to be 6 16-ounce bottles of water, right? You're already drinking 2. Then your objective is to continue tracking the amount of water that you're drinking and making sure that you're increasing the water. That may look like starting to drink water early in the morning. It may look like continuing to drink past a certain hour during the evening. It just depends on what kind of person you are. Especially if you're going to the gym and things like that, you want to make sure that you're tracking your fluid intake, because the last thing you want to do is to get in the gym, working out, get overheated, be dehydrated, and now you passed out on the floor, right? So the second tip is to use a tool to track your progress. The third tip that I recommend is to solicit help when it's needed. Sometimes when you're going through these life-changing situations, or you're trying to accomplish a goal or whatever the situation is, you need a backup plan. You need a wingman, wingwoman. You need somebody that's going to be in your corner. Definitely not somebody that's just going to be your cheerleader, that's not offering value to your situation, because yes, you do need that love and support, but you also need somebody qualified to speak into your situation in a way that it helps you kind of push through the challenges or to get over the hurdles, break through the barriers, whatever it is that you need to get to that next level. You want to have somebody in your corner, whether that looks like a coach, whether it's because even like, say, for example, if you have a parent that if you're dealing with how to emotionally move past no longer being in a marriage. Say, for example, now you're divorced, you're struggling with how to kind of move on to the next level. One person that you might want to reach out to if you have a parent that is divorced or newly divorced or whatever the situation is, or if you have a friend. You might have someone that that has gone through a divorce and you see how they dealt with it. And that's somebody who can speak to your situation, that can kind of give you some recommendations when you're when you find yourself in a particular space and you're not really sure how to navigate your way out of it. You want to solicit support when you need it. The fourth tip is going to be create a reward system. Create a reward system that makes you feel like you are earning your progress. Because sometimes, I don't know about you, but when I know that there's something waiting on the other side, I'm just a little bit more encouraged to push and try harder than I normally would if there wasn't. So that's just like going to work, getting that paycheck, right? You're getting that coin. The reason you're showing up every day is because you know that at the end of the day, you're going to get paid to do a job. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a bonus if you love your job. That's wonderful. But imagine loving what you do, but you go to work every day and then you have no way to pay your bills because you're not getting paid for it. That's not very rewarding now, is it? Again, imagine if you're running a marathon, you've been practicing to run a marathon, and you are out there doing your thing, because at the end of the day, say for example, it's a charitable event and you're raising money for a particular cause, and if you place in the top 5, then your cause is going to be rewarded with monies or services that's needed to help to benefit the organization. So that's the other thing. Create a reward system for yourself. All right. And the last and final thing, number 5, is going to be celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins. Now, if you set out, say, for example, to do 50 push-ups. Okay. We're just going to use exercise, as an example. You set out to do 50 push-ups and you get, say, to 40, and you are pushing, but you absolutely cannot go past 40. Still celebrate that. If you did 20 or 30 the week before or the day before, you've done an extra 10 push-ups. That's a win, right? Because you're on the positive side of that. Now, if you did 40 push-ups and the week before, the day before, you was able to do 50 or 60, you going back the other direction, that's different. That's different. But celebrate your wins, however big or however small. Celebrate your wins. So I just wanted to come and try to encourage you today, because we all have some things that we want to change about ourselves. We all have some things that we want to, even if it's not something that's considered negative, we want to improve in that particular area. Say, for example, if we're fit and we just want to get even more fit, say we fit and we want to get ripped, or like they say, snatched. You fit, but you want to be snatched. That's not anything bad that you're not snatched. You look good, but you want to look better. So those are the kinds of things that I'm talking about. You want to focus on trying to improve yourself in every area. Say, for example, if you know 2 languages, but you want to learn a third, there's a process to learning that third language. The same way you learned your second language, there was a process to learning another language. So you just want to do things that will encourage and support you on your journey to being a better version of yourself. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really, really appreciate it. Y'all take care.
If you're not already a member of the Fetch fam, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and download that app, scan my QR code, and get to scanning those receipts. You might as well take advantage of it. You're already spending the money. The receipts translates into points, the points translates into cash, and you can redeem that cash via store card or cash card, or you can donate to charity. Well, all right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, but you know we don't do so without saying, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Bye.